This week we're going to do something a little bit different in that we're looking at Camtasia and going to show some charts with regard to Fibonacci retracements. It's a pretty common tool that's used across both the professional and retail arena, and does have possibilities of having properties in being somewhat of a self-fulfilling prophecy, although I think that is happening less and less as the years go by. Also, different markets have different levels of participation, and so also for Elliott wave traders it's an essential part of how they look at markets. Here's some quick rules. Normally what you have to do is reference a significant high and low, and what this does is draw retracement levels commonly used as 0.382, 0.5 and 0.618. However, certain traders use other ratios of 0.25, 0.75, which are actually Gann numbers, and 0.876. And these can be used to try and, for Elliott wave guys, to try and find the beginnings of wave 3. What these points are where support or resistance is likely to be found against the dominant trend. However, actually more important to me is actually the idea of the depth of retracements, because this can be a useful gauge of trend strength. A few rules. The longer the time frame reference, the more important the retracement. So normally you would begin with monthly data and go down to dailies, the higher the time frame having more significance. The 2-bar pivot rule can be used to select highs and lows in the same way as trend lines, and this comes back to when we were talking about swing patterns a few weeks ago. What it is the middle bar of 5 has to be the highest or the lowest point in order to create that reference. Until you're very comfortable with Fibonacci or decide that it's very useful to you, then you really shouldn't draw them on charts below 60 minutes. And it's very, very important that you closely look at the price action at these levels. Firstly, price must close beyond a level for it to be broken, and ideally in the time frame that it was originally drawn. Obviously on monthlies that's not really much use to you, so normally the highest time frame I would look at is weeklies. Has price gone through a level but then reversed very quickly? Does price just touch the level exactly or just a few ticks away? Is there divergence at that point? What is the volume and technical picture on an intraday or micro time frame? Is the market overbought or oversold? And for me personally, I'm interested in dojis at Fibonacci's as an idea of trying to qualify whether they're going to work or not. But so that we don't get all too despondent about Fibonacci, I'm just going to show how it performed through the downtrend in the euro-dollar on a more intraday basis. So here I'm using a 240-minute chart, and I've taken the high, and then we have a divergence, which is to say that price is making a 9-bar low, RSI in this case making a 3-bar high. So this helps me to qualify definitely a turning point. But what happened is we can gauge the strength by the fact that price didn't even reach the 0.382 retracement, and in fact only reached a 0.205 before we had divergence back the other way, and also a doji, which was also a rejection of value. So we went above the high here and then reversed very sharply. It looks like it took a news event or something that happened in the Japanese time zone to actually get the market going down again. Then what we can do is we can scroll further on, and this is where I'm going to show you how it's important to understand retracements and their depth to give you an idea of the strength of the trend. And this time what happens is I've taken the high and the low, and we top out at the 50% retracement. As far as I'm concerned, that was really confirmed on this bar here, or this candle here, when that we've shot up and then come straight back down again. And that's happened at 10 o'clock in the morning, or between 10 and 2 in the afternoon, London time. If I then move across again, I'm going to remove that one, click on this high, I have the divergence down at these lows. This time we can see that price tops out between 50 and 618, so the trend is losing its momentum as it continues. And then eventually, if I remove this one, I can go from here to here, and we can see that we have the 0.5 retracement that's held pretty well,